He grew up a Kennedy, but says his greatest life lessons did not come from an ambassador or a senator or even a president, but from his aunt, Rosemary.
Well, she had special needs, and Tim Shriver says she taught him the most, but her disability, a deep family secret. He's opening up about that and a whole lot more in his new memoir, Fully Alive, Discovering What Matters Most.
That's right. Joining us now is Tim Shriver himself. Welcome and good morning.
Thanks for having me.
Why was it so important to you right now to write this book?
Well, I felt like I'd been given an enormous gift. You know, I think we're all looking for purpose. I think in this culture we look and search, and sometimes we look in places and we don't find what we want. We're a restless culture. For me, I had found so much in people who were so vulnerable, so humble, so open, so loving. And I just was eager to share that story.
Tell us about your Aunt Rosemary.
Well, I think, she grew up in a very competitive family and 9 children, 3 of whom the world knows as presidents and senators and these kinds of things. But she was the one person who I think gave them a center. She's the person who taught them to slow down. She's the person who taught them that they could find themselves.
How did she do this?
Well, I think she had an intellectual disability in a time when that was scorned, when that was almost a tremendous family shame, when people were being put in institutions by the hundreds of thousands. And yet she was the person in the family who their mother and father, my grandparents, said, let's keep her at home. And you brothers and sisters, you look out for Rosemary. And in those intimate moments when they were looking out for her, I think they realized that she was looking out for them, too, in a very deep way.
And every family seems to have a Rosemary.
Every family has a secret. We all have things we're ashamed of. We all have things we hide. And I think the lesson I've learned from the athletes of this movement is that if we hide things, that it hides us. Opening ourselves up, one of the great lessons of the Special Olympics movement is to be recklessly trusting of the world, to give the world your all, even if it's not as good as someone else's. Don't worry about it. Just go for it.
One of the greatest movements out there.
Thank you.
Say. An exceptional
Thank you.
one.
Hey, Tim, Fully Alive.
Yeah.
Give us one lesson.
Well, I think if you want to look for fun, leave it all in the court. If you want to look for love, make it unconditional. If you want to look for grit, focus on your best. The moms and dads of this movement have taught me one thing: learn to love your children unconditionally. Don't expect them to turn out a certain way. Just give them yourself.
Great lessons. Check it out.
That wasn't one, was it?
That's even better.
That's why I wrote a 250-page book.
I will take
a little bonus.
6 and 7 right there. I might put them right on a T-shirt. Excellent advice there.
Thanks.
All right. Tim Shriver's new book is called Fully Alive.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for
having me.
A real pleasure.